So as usual, when it comes to pain, it always started with Eon. So as you can see here, that step one is definitely putting Aeon right there at your GV14, because once you put it there, you're going to hit all the nerve ending all over the body, and it's going to cross about 7 meridians all over the body. And usually, if you line up 100 people with different kind of pain, you will see that 80 to 90 people will feel somehow a different, and many of them will feel that the pain is completely gone, because this thing is very powerful.
Bueno, dice que vas a iniciar con lo que se denomina el paso uno, que no es otra cosa más que agregar el parche Ion en la parte de atrás de la nuca, en el punto que dice GB14. Y explica Roy que la razón por la cual es muy importante este punto es porque en este punto cruzan 7 meridianos. Y dice que si tú más 100 personas y les haces esto, 100 personas que tengan dolor, de los 80 o 90 de ellas van a tener un buen resultado y algunas el dolor se va a desvanecer.
Okay, so step one is pretty clear. Don't forget to drink water. During this step, I would suggest to drink at least 1 bottle of water, because water is so necessary for sending all the signals to all over the body.
Dice que este paso queda muy claro, este paso es sencillo, pero es muy importante que la persona beba agua, ya que el agua es sumamente importante para la comunicación celular.
Yeah. Step two. Okay. Step two, usually in some people cases, I usually don't do step two that much unless he's my friend, he's my neighbors that is in crazy pain. Then I'm gonna use the ice wave, because ice wave we're gonna bring it even down further. You want to put the ice wave brown in the center of the pain, like you can see it in the graphic here. You put it in the center of the pain, and you put the white one at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. You wait it about 10 seconds each, and you will see how much amazing the pain will be reduced. It's unbelievable.
Bueno, dice Roy que él normalmente no usa mucho el paso 2, pero si es un amigo o es una persona, lo que le hace es la pregunta dónde tiene él su dolor y que se lo señale. Y en este punto, donde está el dolor, agarra el parche café y lo aplica ahí. Después de eso, pone el parche blanco a las 12, o sea, a la altura, si lo ves como un reloj, siendo el parche café el centro del reloj, el blanco se pone a las 12, luego esperas 10 segundos, lo mueves a las 3, esperas otros 10 segundos, lo mueves a las 6, cada vez le preguntas qué tanto bajó el dolor. Y aunque haya bajado, lo sigues moviendo a las 9 y luego en el lado opuesto donde está el dolor. Y lo dejas donde el dolor haya bajado más.
Okay, the mechanism of this is quite amazing. Okay, step one, the Aeon, it will reduce all the inflammation, will reduce all the stress, it will activate a certain peptide uh, that will reduce all inflammation in the body. That's why the effect was quite amazing. On step two, the brown one is what we call the acceptor of pain, but the white one is what we call the transmitter of pain. So once you place it at 3, 6, 9, and 12, let's say the 6 o'clock one that works the best, at 6 o'clock, the brown and the white make a connection, sending signal to your brain. And guess what happened? The brain will produce dopamine, candolin, and endorphin in the speed of light, and sending it to the area where the pain is. And that's why you feel like, boom, the pain was reduced and reduced and reduced.
Dice que es un mecanismo verdaderamente increíble, ya que cuando empiezas con el paso 1, al momento de poner el ayón se encarga de bajar el estrés y bajar la inflamación en ese cuerpo. Y lógicamente, en el momento que tú aplicas el paso 2, ahí al momento de moverlo, el blanco alrededor del café, en ese momento causa una conexión que en cuestión de segundos le dice al cerebro que genere dopamina y endorfinas y es por eso que tú ves que el dolor empieza a bajar.
There we go. All right. So, when first X39 first came out, I patched maybe close to 1,000 people putting X39 at the back. But the result is still not as fast as Eon. So I questioned myself, we were focusing on pain. So should I put X39 first or should I put Aeon first? So I consult with David Smith, and David said, well, when it comes to pain, then definitely Eon is the key to go because Eon is so amazing reducing the pain, right? But if at step two, it's still, let's say after you put step one and step two, this guy is pretty sick and the pain is still like 8 or 9 instead of at least 5, then we want to work the X39 on top of the ice wave brown in the center of the pain if the pain has not moved.
Bueno, dice que, como ustedes saben, él ha parchado muchísima gente y una de las cosas que él empezó a notar es que al momento de hacer demostraciones, él ponía el X39 en lugar del ION, pero se dio cuenta que no era el mismo resultado al bajar el dolor. Entonces Roy se empezó a cuestionar y dijo, bueno, ¿qué está pasando aquí? ¿No? Entonces él lo consultó con el científico David Smith y David le dijo que, bueno, si se trataba de dolor, verdaderamente la Ion era el rey. Así que, bueno, entonces lo que empezó a hacer Roy es aplicar el X69 arriba del parche marrón del Icewave y se dio cuenta que era muy efectivo con las personas que no tenían mucho beneficio con el paso 2.
Since X39 came out, very rarely I go to step three, okay? Because at step 2B alone with the X39, oh my goodness, many have experienced so many miraculous because the pain was dropped quite tremendously. Remember, we just want to make a proof that the product works unless he or she are a good friend of ours or relative, then yeah, we want to heal them, right? But if it is an acquaintance that you know from opening a booth or the swap meet or whatever that you do out there, with this alone, it's going to be so amazing because at step three, let me see. I usually stop at step two. I did a few of step three, and they were like jumping for joy because the pain was gone. So step three, it is quite amazing for all of us. And but still, we want to get ready in case we meet somebody that is so bad, right? So let's go to step four before Lorenzo explain it.
Ok, so, dice Roy que desde que él empezó a aplicar el paso 2B, que es ponerle X39 arriba del marrón, el iceberg, que ha tenido resultados increíbles, que verdaderamente no hay necesidad de llegar al paso 3, ya que aquí es donde la persona tiene resultados muy impresionantes y les recuerda que aquí no se trata de bajarle el dolor a cero a la persona, se trata de demostrarle que la tecnología funciona. Entonces jamás le dices a la gente, te voy a bajar el dolor. No, te vas a decir, te voy a mostrar cómo esa tecnología funciona. Ahora bien, si la persona ya tiene sus parches o es un amigo tuyo, un familiar, bueno, puedes continuar con los pasos, pero hasta aquí es más que suficiente.
All right. So at step three, as you can see, when people have high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetic, or even asthma, we got to work on these protocols. We want to focus on the energy alone first, right? Let's say kidney one for high blood pressure, because you do not know them from atoms, right? Once they become a member, we want to heal them completely. Then we want to add the glutathione on CV6, and we want to add the carnosine on CV17. As you can see, when you do this, things happen in the body. I mean, whether he like it or not, he can be negative, he can be skeptic. As long as he is ready with his credit card, things going to happen in his body. It's just so amazing. After 12, 13 years, I'm patching people all over the world. And I thought, I remember the first time I flew to Indonesia, I thought, oh my goodness, now we're in Asia. Being an engineer, I know that the gravitational is going to be different from 9.67 to 0.68. And in Asia, it's 0.78. So I said, will this thing work? But apparently it works all over the world. I patch people in Africa, Asia, Australia, in America, and all over the world. These patches works because we have the same kind of a mechanism that the body will send signal to the problem that we have in our body.
Bueno, dice Roy que aquí, en este momento, este paso lo utilizas con personas que tienen algún problema de salud serio y ese problema de salud normalmente afecta y evita que la persona tenga un buen resultado, pero te dice que la persona va a sentir un resultado aquí, por más escéptico que la persona esté, y te recomienda, lógicamente, los parches de Energy, el parche de carnosine, el glutatión. Y menciona él que cuando empezó a ir a Asia, él se puso un tanto nervioso porque dice, bueno, los cuerpos en Estados Unidos son diferentes de la gravedad, ya que él es ingeniero, ¿no? Y sabiendo que en Asia es diferente, bueno, tenía él atención en saber si la tecnología iba a funcionar como le funcionó en Estados Unidos, pero dice que después de haber parchado en África, en Australia, en todos los continentes, se dio cuenta que la tecnología funciona en cualquier cuerpo, en cualquier lugar.
All right. So as you can see, these are the diabetic point, and we want to patch the spleen 6. I remember there was one time I was in San Jose. This guy, the leg was already dark, dark purple. He has like 600 diabetic. He's like unhealthy, and he could not believe within, I would say, half an hour, his leg turned like a normal purplish. I mean, he's a black, so it's kind of blackish, but it works. And he thought that I was hypnotizing him. So when I patch him at a different point of his body that he has pain or condition, he don't even dare to look at me. I was like, this guy is kind of weird, but believe it, it works. No magic, is just opening of the meridian that is associated with the medical condition that you have.
Pero dice que este protocolo te recomienda que lo utilices con una persona que tenga diabetes y son los patches que tú ves en la pantalla y los puntos que ves en la pantalla. Y él habla de una experiencia que él tuvo en San José, donde había una persona ahí que su pie estaba ya tan morado que al momento que él le puso los parches, el pie cambió de color, la pierna cambió de color. Y bueno, el tipo le dijo a Roy que él lo estaba hipnotizando y después él le dijo de un dolor que traía. Roy le atendió el dolor y el tipo no quería verlo a Roy porque él pensaba que Roy lo estaba hipnotizando para bajarle el dolor.
And this is for the cholesterol at stomach 36. I love this meridian point because this meridian point actually will lengthen your telomeres. It will lengthen your telomeres. That means you're going to live longer because the signal not only that makes you young, and it will make you younger, and it helps you to produce more telomeres even you already past your 70 years old. I have a lady who's an acupuncturist that used to be Miss Taiwan. You know, person who are like miss this and miss that usually are very, very concerned about their look, about their youthness, right? So when I patched her at stomach 36, she was so happy because she felt the energy goes through all over the body without having the acupuncture needle there. She usually acupuncture herself like 3 times a week.
Roy hablaba de el punto este de colesterol, cómo son los puntos que él recomienda si una persona tiene colesterol. Y también mencionaba un punto muy clave aquí, que es el estómago 36, ST36, ya que ese punto normalmente está comprobado científicamente que extiende los telómeros de las células. y habla de una experiencia que él conoció a una señorita Taiwán y esta señorita quería mantenerse joven. Ella constantemente hacía acupuntura en ese punto 3 veces por semana para poder extender los telómeros y poder mantener su juventud. Y dice, cuando Roy le puso los parches de energía en ese punto, bueno, ella inmediatamente sintió como la energía corría en su cuerpo, quedó muy impresionada y ya no necesitó hacer acupuntura 3 veces por semana.
Okay. And if somebody have asthma, then of course you want to work with this two. Lung one meridian is really great for people that have asthma, like my son. When I first joined, I do not plan to get rid of his asthma, but I could not believe one video that said that he did 70 pound much better on his uh, deadlift, like bench press. When you do bench press, and it's like 70 pound. How could you do a 70 pound? That doesn't make sense to me. So he's a professional. So I went with my son to his school and I said, Josh, I want to make a video, I mean, make a point that these patches really works. So I put this protocol on his body. Guess what happened? He at 30 pounds in about, oh my goodness, maybe 15, 20 minutes, from 160 to 172, 182, 192. He's struggling. So I pull it to the bench. And believe it or not knowing that these was the meridian point that can really, he's completely healed now. He's 29. And that was like almost, oh my goodness, how many years ago? Is that 14 years ago? And it's unbelievable that he had never have to use his inhaler anymore. The albuterol inhaler that he always used every day, like I don't know, 20 times a day because he cannot breathe. And using this protocol, not knowing that this was happened to be the asthma protocol at that time, by placing these patches, and he was able to breathe. And it's unbelievable. Until today, he doesn't have to have the inhaler anymore. And when people have asthma, it's so sad because you got to go to hospital during winter season because the albuterol inhaler does not work anymore. We got to put this big machine. You got to put it. What was the name of the machine? So he can breathe better uh, for for that time. Okay.
Bueno, dice que aquí esto lo utilizas con personas que tengan asma y él platica su experiencia que esto él lo usó con su hijo para que su hijo pudiera levantar más peso al momento de estar levantando pesas. Y él miró cómo se fue de 70 libras a más de 180 gracias al protocolo esto. Su hijo lo continuó usando, esto hace 14 años, y se dio cuenta que su hijo ya dejó de usar el inhalador y desde entonces, hace 14 años, su hijo no utiliza el inhalador para el asma y no le ha regresado el asma. Y aún sin embargo, anteriormente él lo tenía que usar varias veces por día el inhalador, si no, no podía respirar y algunas veces en invierno había que meterlo al hospital para que lo pusieran en un respirador. Y dice que es muy triste saber que la persona que tiene asma normalmente esa situación es la que tiene que vivir.
So the following page is when we were about to patch people, we ask question, right? Whether they have such a medical condition. Many people that we asked, we found out that he or she happened to have all of the above. They have asthma problem, they have diabetic, they have cholesterol, they have high blood pressure. We want to save our patch. We just want to prove that our technology does work. So guess what happened? If you put it on spleen 21 right there, right here, underneath your armpit, okay, that is like neutralizing all the point that is associated with so many different medical conditions. And lo and behold, you will see. I've done this a few times during my life of career that the body will quiver a little bit. It's like, what is this, Roy? I said, just relax, drink more water, and you will feel that the body is being repaired. This meridian right here is a little bit rare, but it's quite powerful. I saw it happen, and the person completely pain was gone, and I was like, wow, that is so amazing. Even today, I can still see that so many people use these patches, and the result was so impeccable. It's unbelievable.
que aquí en este punto, normalmente lo recomienda cuando una persona tiene más de una condición médica o muchas más, ¿no? Entonces, este es un meridiano muy raro, pero muy poderoso, que normalmente tú puedes utilizar ya sea los parches de energía o los parches de Icewave y poner el café en la parte izquierda del cuerpo y el blanco en la parte derecha, y te vas a dar cuenta que cosas muy interesantes suceden con ese punto. Y él habla de personas que él ha visto donde la gente que se quedaba asombrada de los resultados que sucedían en este punto.
Okay. All right. This is a very funny, specific protocol that are so good when your prospects are very acidic. How do you know? He drink like 5, 6, 7, 8 coffee cup a day. And believe me, there are people like that. I remember I was in Mexico also. This lady said she drank a whole bottle of coffee every day. She put it right there on the desk while she was working on the assembly line. She keep drinking her coffee. So when you have pain, the buildup of lactic acid is already thick in the area where the pain is, right? Now you're adding acid. Guess what happened? Your pain's going to be stubborn. So how you going to break it off? You're going to break it off. The brown ice wave is still there. The white ice wave is somewhere around there. But you want to add 4 glutathione around the pain area. I just did this yesterday to, I don't even remember who. Somebody called me with this situation. And guess what happened? It poof. The pain was being sucked away. It's no more. People could not believe it, but this powerful protocol works. Oh my goodness, I would say 9 out of 10. It will always works in major miraculous way.
Dice que este protocolo te lo recomienda cuando la persona está muy acídica. ¿Y cómo puedes saber que está muy acídica? Bueno, porque la persona está tomando ya sea muchísimo refresco, muchísimo café, y eso lógicamente que le aumenta su acidez en el cuerpo. Y bueno, él explica que normalmente donde hay dolor, el ácido láctico ya está ahí a flor de piel, y si tú le echas más ácido al cuerpo, pues no le estás ayudando. Entonces, esto lo pones con los 4 glutatión alrededor del marrón, del ice wave, que en un momento dado, lógicamente, ya dejaste ahí los otros que habías puesto anteriormente, pero esto lo que va a hacer es que te va a alcalinizar esa área para que esa persona pueda tener un resultado efectivo. Y comentaba él que hoy por la tarde, más bien ayer, él tuvo esa experiencia con una persona que el dolor no bajaba y hizo esto.
All right. Okay. Well, this protocol actually was created by David Smith for me. I was in the hospital. I was sick about 8 years ago. I had septicemia. Septicemia is a disease where there is a bacteria dancing inside your body that is infected so many different organs. In my case, out of my 12 organs, ladies and gentlemen, 6 of them are totally almost dead. My organ is just almost take off. And I got it on my liver, my spleen, my gallbladder, my heart, my there are 6 organs, and one of them is my left knee. My left knee was swollen so big, ridiculously big, and that's why I never fly. When I travel, I usually flew business class because I do not want to be tied up because I have a big body. I do not want to be shriveled like that in the economy, so I fly business class. But that day I have to flew first class, because my leg was not being able to be bent. My leg was straight like an arrow, but swollen in the middle of the knee area. It was very, very painful, and the doctor suggests, why don't I fly first class? So I flew first class with my son, going back from Hawaii all the way to Los Angeles, okay, because I was already paralyzed. On the second day, I became paralyzed because my leg was swollen of these bacteria. So while I was being operated, by the time I get to LA, we celebrated Joshua's birthday party. Before Monday, I went back to the hospital, and during the operation, after the operation, my leg came back big, like there is a balloon or a papaya on top of my leg. It was swollen. It was very intense swollen and crazy, crazy pain. So, make long story short, David is a nice leader that he and Dr. Steven called me and giving me nutritional suggestion as well as how to patch. And David said, Roy, put 5 ion in the area where your swollen area is, and let's see the next morning. So went to sleep, put it on this side. The next morning, this side that was swollen like this was flat. On the back side, only half flat, right? On the second day, I put it in the back end. So on the second, the third day, when I woke up, they are all flat. So apparently, this ion that is emitting a certain signal to the body to reduce all the inflammation, but also increase my C-reactive protein. Between all the combination of all my patches. So lo and behold, I was able. My C-reactive protein actually went up to about 14. Okay, 13.9, I think, but it went down all the way to 3 and within less than 48 hours. So I know this thing really, really works on my body. So these protocols are used when your prospect have major inflammation, deep tissue pain. Oh my goodness, this thing's gonna work. Believe me, I've tried in many different ways.
Que este protocolo, David Schmidt, que es el científico creador de esta tecnología, se lo hizo exclusivamente a él. Cuando él estaba en Hawái, que tuvo septicemia, y para los que no saben qué es septicemia, pues septicemia no es otra cosa más que, imagínense, esa bacteria y esas toxinas avanzan por todos los órganos que afectan a varios órganos. En su caso, él mencionó que la mayoría de sus órganos estaban dañados, pero algo que le afectó muchísimo fue su pierna de tal forma que dice que él se le inflamó tanto que parecía que tenía una papaya ahí, a grado de que no podía doblar en lo absoluto la pierna. Entonces, a raíz de eso, no podía viajar y en un asiento regular, finalmente los doctores le recomendaron que volara en primera clase, que así lo hizo. Y dice que cuando llegó a Los Ángeles, de Hawái a Los Ángeles, pues su pierna estaba demasiado inflamada, ¿no? Y David Smith le recomendó que se pusiera 5 a iones en el área inflamada. Y bueno, él miró cómo la inflamación bajó y dice que esto es sumamente poderoso para cualquier situación de inflamación, ya que la proteína se reactiva, que es normalmente con lo que la mayoría de las veces miden la inflamación y el artritis, etcétera, baja. En su caso de él, bajó la proteína C reactiva de 13.9 a 3 en 48 horas con este protocolo. Entonces, dice que él lo recomienda de sobremanera cuando hay alguna situación de inflamación.
This is what we call the flower protocol. I haven't used this for a while either, but in some cases, especially prostate problem, this is going to be amazing if you put it down there where the prostate is. And I've seen so many great testimonial. In fact, one of my employee came to me with an amazing testimonial because he doesn't have it anymore. And we have a couple of friends here that was using the patches that have prostate, and it works so amazing. So when you have deep pain, you have inflammation, and you have acids in your body, you're pretty bad. You are in a very bad spot. So I would suggest very strongly to put this 3YH around the pain area. As you can see, the ice wave brown is still there in the middle of the pain. And when you put this, it will reduce the pain very rapid. And most of the time, when you are in this condition, you want to energize it with Ice Wave on Kidney One. Ice Wave on Kidney One will help you quite tremendously because it will reduce your pain, because that is kidney. Kidney is the most important organ that we have to protect in Chinese medication.
Normalmente él no ha utilizado mucho este protocolo, pero cuando lo ha utilizado son resultados muy impresionantes y él lo recomienda de sobremanera para varones que tengan alguna situación de próstata. De hecho, él platicaba su experiencia que él utilizó con uno de sus empleados y bueno, su reacción, sus cambios en la próstata fueron bastante notorios. Y dice, no, es muy común que tengas que usar esto en un cuerpo donde la comunicación está muy baja, ya que la energía está demasiado baja a nivel celular y el dolor está muy agudo, la inflamación es muy alta y lógicamente está demasiado acídico el cuerpo. Entonces, de la forma que tú usas estos, el glutatión, el carnosín y el ayón alrededor de donde está el dolor, con el marrón del iceberg ya puesto ahí, eso te ayuda en esa parte, pero también al ponerlos el par de iceberg en la planta de los pies, en el punto K1, dice que es verdaderamente poderoso porque te da energía para las células y para tus órganos, para que ese cuerpo en realidad haga lo que tiene que hacer. Y por último, dice que el órgano, que es en realidad el riñón, es clave para la medicina china. Es un órgano muy importante y es por eso que él recomienda muchísimo el punto de la planta de los pies.
Amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is after you patch this guy with so many different things, and still the pain was still there. I would say this would be your last move. Well, actually, after this, there's another one that I want to share with you tonight. You want to do the opening of the meridian with these amazing patch technique. We call it the five element theory. You know, we go from the metal, the earth, the water, the fire. So you find five pair of energy enhancer and place it accordingly. Once you place it accordingly with these five pair, ladies and gentlemen, if he said, Roy, I don't feel anything, uh, maybe we want to remove everything in his body, but we want to do one more thing. This is really amazing because you are opening and energizing all his organs inside his body. So either their pericardium, their heart, their liver, their kidney, we do not know which one, right? Because we are trying to patch this person. But if this person is so sick that we want to do this and we place five energy enhancer at once and then place it at all these meridians, believe it or not, in my 67,000 people that I patch, I did this maybe 6 or 7 times, and it was a miraculous. Okay, it was miraculous.
Que si ya aplicando todos los pasos anteriores y aún así es que la persona no le ha bajado el dolor, bueno, te dice que es un caso totalmente no común y te recomienda que veas cuál de los meridianos está atorado, cuál está bloqueado y de la forma de hacer eso es que le pongas 5 pares de Energy Enhancer, el café en la izquierda del lado del cuerpo y el blanco en la parte derecha del lado del cuerpo. Y dice que esto es verdaderamente milagroso. Una vez que ya le le desatora, le desbloquea los meridianos. Con esto se conoce como el protocolo de los 5 elementos, ya que van conectados de acuerdo a la medicina china con el metal, la tierra, el agua, la lumbre, etcétera, etcétera. Y esto, al momento de que le hace energía a todos los órganos, lo que sucede es verdaderamente milagroso. Dice que él considera que ha puesto parches en más de 67,000 personas y que lo ha utilizado esto únicamente 6 o 7 veces y todos con resultados verdaderamente milagrosos.